Good day everybody, it's Grayzy, the Chief Instructor of No Limits Bushcraft and Survival, and I hope everyone's well today. Now this video is not really a full video, it's part of a video. And the reason why I've decided to release it, because I wasn't going to originally, it was of a challenge, a trust challenge that a family member of mine who's also a serving soldier gave me, but I had to abandon about 3-4 hours into it. I was up the northeast of England, where I come from, and I hit the Cheviots. I was given a location and I was given some equipment that I didn't pack myself, but at the time there was a flu going round. You'll be able to tell sort of like throughout the clips where my voice is changing, and I'm sure some of you had the illness as well, where you went from hero to zero within hours. Subsequently, I had to abandon the challenge after about 2.5 hours of being up in the hills. I got as far as setting a shelter up, and it was just more of a. This is more of a sort of like, don't be proud while you're out on the ground. It is okay to abandon any trips. Now, as a survivalist, as an experienced soldier, as an experienced bushcrafter, I will always turn around and go, this is unsafe. If you're in a situation where you feel unsafe or you think things are going to go wrong, it is okay, absolutely 100% okay to go, I am going home. It was an hour journey, and by the time I got back to where I was staying, I was in clip. I needed help from removing my boots and my trousers and my wet gear, and then I then spent 2.5 days in bed. Couldn't get out of bed. I had to crawl to the toilet to go, go for a wee and all that. I was very, very weak. I was very ill. If I stayed out on the hills, I'm quite confident to say that either a mountain rescue were coming for us, or potentially I may have died because the temperature. So just watch it. Tell us what you think of it. But I'll have a chat with you at the end of it. Good morning, all. It's 11:30. On the 30th of December, I am on leave at the minute, and I've come home to the northeast of England where I come from, and I've been set a challenge by a family member. And this is where I think to myself, as much as I trust my family, do I trust them to be able to get the right kit for us? So the challenge is I've got to do 36 hours of my family member's choosing, and with the kit that they've chose for us, so I'm at a disadvantage straight away because I haven't packed my kit. All I've been told is in my boot, which I've not looked at, I've got my resources bag with the kit I'll need. I've got a Bergen in there with me camera gear and safety gear, and a sleep bag and a DOS bag. So at least that's a bonus. It's sideways rain at the minute, and it's going to get down to 1 degree, highest of 8. So I'll best crack on, because it's going to take us about another hour walking up the Cheviots. This is what I've been given. So this is where the trust comes in. I've been given me a half board, my resources bag, and whatever's in this Bergen. I'm under strict instructions not to look at it until I get there, so I best get a move on. So it's been like this for ages. We've got 40km/h winds. The rain, if you can see it, it's coming sideways. And with a Bergen which I don't have no idea what's in it, a resources bag that's got no idea what's in it, and an atlatl that I can't even use in this country because it's illegal to hunt. And I've not seen trees for ages. So I'm about 40 minutes in. Right, I've got around about 20 minutes left. I reckon call me phone because I'm using about 3 minutes. But it seems to be quite a thing, slightly an evergreen, so it would block I think I'm heading to, but I've never been to this place before, so I don't know what's there. But my family member who has been here before says there's a water source, so that's good. I don't even know if I've got any food or not, so, but I am under strict instructions as per the challenge. I'm not going to walk my gear until I get there, unless in dire circumstances. It is raining. I have got a hoodie on because this is what I travelled in, but I'm not at the point where I need to change my gear out yet, so I'm going to try and stay true to the challenge as much as I can. But that comes down to the whole trust thing. Trust your own ability, and trust what you're good at, and trust when you know you're not good at something. Otherwise, in environments like this, you're going to run into trouble. So you can see here, on the ground is soft rush. So that would be quite a marshy area, so I'm going to go into quite a waterlogged area. Just where I've got me decent boots on. But if I need cordage, because if I haven't got any packed, it's a great resource for cordage for soft rush. Well, isn't this guy a happy chap? It's a good day to be alive. So I think this is my water source. I can see a small glade over there with a bit of green. Let's go investigate. Right, so I'm almost at the area that what 3 words is telling us to be at, the ones I was given. As you can see, it's like 1:30 in the afternoon, but this is a very, very thick canopy evergreen woodblock. It's dark, so sunset is 15:48 today, so I reckon I've only got about 2 hours worth left of light. I've got some work to do. I need to get in gear, see what I've got, and then potentially build a shelter. Resources bag. I've never let anyone pack it before, so let's see what I've been given for the next 36 hours. Oh, that's promising. So I've got some shoe polish. This is what I've got brown boots on. Look after my boots. I've got a full water bottle and a nesting cup. A ferrocerium rod. Yeah, with some paracord on it, which is my usual one that I use. Bear in mind, the lad who packed it literally just went through my stuff and decided what I could and couldn't have. Well, at least it'd be nice. At least I've got coffee. Got 12 of these. So I've got 12 chlorine tablets. And I'm going to assume these are spindles. Yeah, they're spindles. That'll explain the hearth board I was given and my boot. So I've got a message off the lad and I need to read it. Right, so what else have I got? Some Gorilla brand duct tape. Oh, that's promising. It's me Urban Survival Guys prep mat, sit mat. Stick that with my knees now because it's sodden here. An emergency sleeping bag and whistle. Yeah, it's just a Mylar sleeping bag. Stand that'll become useful if it gets too cold. Standard Northern Limits saw, at least for students. Oh, a charring tin. Flint and steel. Is that char cloth? No, that's uncharred cloth. So that means I'll have to do some charring later on. Some natural cordage of some description. More random lengths of cordage. Some army issue lip salve, which is good because it's petroleum based. This is my emergency shelter, so I do have a shelter. However, it is pants. It's not waterproof at all, it's just more showerproof, but it will give us that layer I need if I need it. A pen. It's good for makeshift bellows these actually. Oh, score. I've got my knife. Happy with that. A marker. Urban Survival Guys double hank, and then I've got some noodles, and I think is maybe a cup of soups, and then I've got, oh excellent, Precarious White powder in a dog poo bag. I'm going to assume that's flour for a bannock later on. So minimal kit is what I've got, but it is enough to be able to survive. Right now my main priorities is fire, shelter, water, food. I have food already. We've already found a water source. I just need to get a shelter up, and then I need to get fire up, because the last thing I want to do is get cold because I am wet, and hypothermia will kill me if I do not get dry, because it's going down to 1 degree tonight. So let's get to it. So that's as far as I got. I managed to make the exoskeleton of a shelter, and that was it. I tried to I put that emergency poncho that I had up just to get myself a bit of cover. I tried to lie down to see if I would feel any better after a bit, and after about 20 minutes I felt myself getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I had to call it. You know, no pride on the hills, no pride out on the ground. There is no shame in calling anything off because you feel unsafe. I did, so I called it. So tell us if you've ever been in that situation before, or you know, if you've ever known anything to say. But at the end of the day, safety is the most paramount thing that you need to take into consideration when you are doing anything out on the ground, whether it be in the hills, survival, bushcraft, whatever it is. Safety, because you need to be able to come home to your loved ones. Let somebody know where you were. My family member who set me this challenge knew exactly where I was. I had what 3 words. I made sure that it was correct. I had, you know, I had a way of getting back home. I knew roughly where I was geographically, and I remembered where I was going for. So just remember, everybody, this is sort of like more of a serious sort of like tone rather than the usual, you know, messing around. Get outside and practice your skills. Trust what you are good at. Know what you're not good at, and work on what you're not good at. Practice does not make you perfect. Practice makes you better. Get out on the ground, but most of all, stay safe. And I'll see you next time.